G'day, I'm Ralph Schwarz. Welcome to Geoterrics Outdoors Australia. I have been shopping again. Wasn't a backpack, well, it was a backpack involved, but also got something else. I got a little pack from Spinifex. It's called a 12-piece camping set. You may remember my other video, which was the 7-piece. This one is a 12-piece, and I thought I'd give you a bit of a look around and an unboxing and see what we think. Alright, Spinifex. We have a little torch here. The last kit that I reviewed had batteries, and this one has batteries too. Probably should have saved myself a bit of trouble by trying it first. I might just get some WD-40 or some other sort of sealant in there and see. So we have, nope. See, it was worth the effort. What's going on here? What is going on here? And no instructions and nothing on the packaging. Okay, finally the mystery is revealed. Okay, so what we have here is a little disc that was in the back there holding that up, but it's only because I was experimenting a little bit that I even found that. Oh, here we go. We have light! It's alive! Okay, sorry, a bit of theatrics there. Right, so 1, 2. Whoa, 2. So a straight light and a strobe light and a straight light. And that's punching through, that's okay. Yeah, that could be handy. Okay, jeez, that was hard work. We have some paracord. Now, paracord seems to be everyone's answer to surviving. I don't know surviving what, but I'm going to get to the survival video and my opinions regarding that one day very soon. But it is handy to have cordage and not to have to make cordage if you're stuck in a situation which 99.999% of us will never need to be. But it's great looking cord. It's also on some of the knives and the little tomahawk there. Second feature we have here is a very lightweight machete with concave blade, so that's going to be problematic to sharpen. If you've just got to get the angle right, otherwise you'll dig out the whole concave section of the blade. It's got some serrations there, and I dare say that would be very effective in using as a saw. It's got a great tooth pattern there. That also comes with, included, a poly, I knew that was going to happen, that's why I stopped. Yep. Comes with a little poly sheath. It's a little bit longer, and then clips the guard away, so it keeps everything in place. And it also has room here, presumably for the ferro rod and the little sharpening stone. Yeah, that's nice. Very thoughtful, Spinifex. You've done very well, and not quite sure what you wouldn't be able to get a torch in there. But yeah, look, and obviously there's a ferro rod and a sharpener. Let's swap places and let's try this little knife here and see how the rod performs. Yeah, it's okay, but it's not great. So let's come back to that. All right. So let's put this little fella away. I've already done the review on that. Doesn't want to pop in here now. Oh, I've broken it. No, there it goes. This here is a single grit. I think it's medium to fine. Let's see what sort of noise it makes on. Some people can't stand that noise. Whether you use it dry or wet is up to you. I don't think I have a preference at the moment, but that's a great little feature, and that goes into your machete sheath. Very handy. Let's have a look at this knife, shall we? It's a fantastic shape. It's obviously full tang, and it has paracord as the handle, very well thought out. This weighting here is probably going to work in a number of ways. To cut, and it's got a fairly long cutting edge. It's got a serrated edge there. It's got a little guard there, which is really handy with something as insubstantial as paracord as a handle, because the last thing you want to do is be trying to cut something and your hand goes. You're going to be in a world of hurt and a world of trouble. A guard's always good on a knife. It really is quite good, and like I say, depending on what you're doing. It's got these little serrations here. Really not sure what they're for. I've been not a knife guy, but I've had knives my whole life, and I've seen these come up fairly regularly, and I just can't work it out. It's got a great weight, like I said earlier, and a great balance. You could possibly use this as a throwing knife if you were in desperate measures and were starting to get hungry. It also has a little sheath. It's a nice flat sheath. It goes in very flat. Little clip here, as you can see. Little belt loop. This one here, the whole top of it's a belt loop. So the way that it'd hang on your side would be a little different. This one here, it comes out nicely, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's a no nonsense, no frills knife. Also got a couple of clips. They're not very strong. It says safe working load 60 pounds, so let's say that's about 25 kilos. So you're not going to use these for your hammock. You're not going to use them for your tow rope. They're more of a, I don't want to call them a plaything, but they're not much else. All right, let's have a look at this little tomahawk here. The weight of this is, I'll put the exact weight in the description. It also has a paracord handle, well done. I'd advise you never take this apart unless you're in dire straits and need the paracord, because there's an art form in putting this sort of paracord together, and I don't have it. Has a little guard there, which I'm not quite sure what you'd need the guard for, and it has a 3/8, 1/2 and 5/8 little spanners built into the blade. Now, I don't think this is going to chop anything. Now, my other piece of standardised pine, which is identical to this, is being used to prop up my tripod, which recently broke. But what I want to do is try all this stuff on a standardised piece of pine. This is just a bit of offcut. Okay. This is cutting pine okay. How would it cut eucalypt? I'm not so sure, but it's making headway. That is also slightly concave, but it's coming down to a wedge shape. I think if we took that edge down to about here and then brought that to a point, like completely reshape that blade, I think we may be into something. I think it's too thin and too little weight to make any headway on eucalypt. But hey, guess what? We're going to need to do a field test on this one. And just excuse me a sec while I clean up a little bit here. So that has potential, but like for serious everyday carry, I doubt I'd take that. I'm way more inclined to take a much thicker and although heavier, but a much more convenient tomahawk. Let's have a look at this fella here. See if I can get it down here. No, look, that very edge is sharp, but it's not making, it's not wanting to cut, and it's just shaving. So I don't think that's a brilliant blade. I think it's pretty ordinary. This one here, being a machete, is thin. And machetes traditionally are thin, and they're not used to, and you don't use them to cut this sort of timber. You use them to cut grasses and reeds and things like that. You can use them to split some logs if you've already got some logs, but yeah, it doesn't want to cut at all. If you compare that to the axe, let's try the edge. No, it doesn't. It's not liking cutting. It's too thin. Let's have a look at the thickness of the two together. The tomahawk is twice the thickness of the machete, and that's fine because that's what machetes are, and this is what machetes don't do. So let's not try to confuse the two. This also comes in a little sheath, which protects the cutting blade, but more so protects you and your gear from the cutting blade. You can imagine trying to put this in your gear, and you've sharpened that and you've gone to all this trouble. It's going to cut up your gear a little bit. So final verdict for this one. Let's have a quick look. I don't even know how to price some of this stuff, to be completely honest with you. Some of this stuff is beyond me, and I'm really not sure how to price it. I'm just going to say someone's going to love this for Christmas, and you'll know if you get this that I really like you. But yeah, I'd look out of my usual out of 5. Let's and for what it's claiming to be. Let's have a quick look. Not a single mention of survival here. It's camping set, because in Australia it's not survival, it's just camping, and in other countries this would be called a survival set. But look, yeah, I'd give this for what it is, 2.75 to 3 out of 5. It's not a serious kit. It's above a kid's kit, because you wouldn't want to give this to kids. There's enough stuff, there's enough damage they can do just normally, but you start giving them sharpish implements, I don't think that's a great idea. Hey, if you've enjoyed this video, please share. This year we're trying to get 2021 subscribers by the end of 2021. And you sharing and subscribing it would be a great help to us. Please give us a thumbs up. Please leave a comment, and thanks for watching.